Hello creators, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations, and I have an adorable candy treat holder for you today using some designer series paper from the Twal Tidings suite of products. This little treat holder holds a Reese's peanut butter cup tree, and it was super easy to make. I got my inspiration from a Pinterest pin by Mary Fish, and I just really like the way that it is kind of like a little booklet. So you just slide off the ribbon and you can open it up and there's your little treat. I have mine stuck down with some mini glue dots. It was really quick and simple to put together. I used the Twal Christmas Cling stamp set as well as the coordinating Christmas cardinal dies, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss dies, and I just used some scrap paper that I had laying around. So let's go ahead and get started on stamping this project and putting it together. You can visit my blog MKre8tions.com, and you can get there by clicking the link in the description box below to see the measurements for all of the pieces I'm using today. But I do have a piece of designer series paper, a scrap of very vanilla cardstock, and a piece of real red cardstock. Now I've scored it 2 inches from either end on the long edge of the cardstock for the little booklet, and that gives me my spine of my book after I crease those fold lines with my bone folder. And it was really simple to put together. I just took some snail adhesive and I glued the designer series paper to the front of that little booklet piece. And then I stamped my sentiment on the very vanilla scrap and cut it out with the coordinating die on the Big Shot. Once I had that tree glued down with some mini glue dots to make sure it doesn't slip out, I took some of the beautiful real red ruched ribbon from that suite of products and I just tied a simple knot around the little booklet to keep it closed. And that's all I used for the closure, and it's very easy to slide off and it's fairly easy to put back on if you need to. But I envision these going inside stockings or maybe going to some coworkers for little Christmas goodies. You could also use these as little placeholders and put the person's name on the little banner piece instead of the sentiment or both. So there's a lot of different uses for these adorable little treat boxes. And I stuck the banner on with some dimensionals just to kind of pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension. And that was it. This little project came together so quickly. It really doesn't use very much material at all. You can definitely use up a lot of scraps this way, especially that gorgeous designer series paper. If you're anything like me, I have a ton of designer series paper left over at the end of the season, and I just sometimes can't bring myself to use it because it's just so beautiful, but then I think to myself, well, if I don't use it, what's the point in getting it? So make sure that you use up all of your paper. I finished it off with a couple of pearl embellishments, and that is it. That's all I did on this gorgeous little project. It's ready to be put into a stocking. This is part of the Creators Blog Hop, and this was my project for our Christmas theme this month. I hope that you go down into the description box below to click on the coordinating blog post link. That will take you to my blog, where you can see the measurements for this project today, as well as hop along to all of the other wonderfully talented demonstrators participating in this month's blog hop. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you give it a like, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos when I upload, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this project today. You can visit me on the web at MKre8tions.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest with the handle at MKre8tions. Come on over and say hello. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoy and have a very Merry Christmas. Bye!